You are now listening to Edupedia World, learning Tagalog language. Derived noun formations, and this time we're going to talk about the part 1, which is composed to number 1 to number 8. A derived noun is a noun that includes at least one. First, the nominal affix, which is for practical purposes, a nominal affix may be defined as a meaningful element that characteristically occurs as a part of a noun and never occurs independently as a distinct word. Nominal affixes are either prefixes or suffixes, according to whether they precede or follow the nominal base. Next one, we have the nominal base. A nominal base is a meaningful element within a derived noun that may also occur independently, for example as a noun or an adjective, and on or as the base of a noun nominal word, for example as a verb base. The inventory of classes of derived noun formations presented in this part is not intended to be exhaustive. However, with the exception of the gerunds, or verbal nouns, which are reserved for separate preparation or presentation, in the part which is the inventory includes most of the more productive classes as well as a certain less productive ones. In the inventory, each class is designated by a formula in which the symbol B stands for nominal base, symbol .1 stands for the prefix that nominal consists of duplication of the first consonant and first vowel of the syllable before which it occurs except that. First, the vowel of the .1 is always short, whether the vowel of the syllable it precedes is short or long. The vowel of .1 is E. Of the vowel of the following syllable is e, or if the following syllable begins with the consonant cluster whose second member is y. The vowel of .1 is u if the vowel of the following syllable is o, or if the following syllable begins with the consonant cluster whose second member is w. The next symbol we have the .1r stands for the prefix that normally consists of duplication of the entire base except that first, the last vowel of .1r is long if the independent form of the base ends in h or glottal stop, which is the h and glottal stop does not itself occur in .1r, otherwise it is short. All over vowels of the .1r are short. Affixes other than .1 and .1r are represented in the formulas by their conventional spelling, except that prefixes are followed and suffixes precede by hyphen. In case where there are two classes identically in composition but unrelated in meaning, the classes are listed separately without comment. For each class of formation listed, the class meanings expressed as a function of the meaning of the bases, and examples with translations are presented. Each example is followed by a parenthetic citation either of the base alone or of a related formation in which the base occurs. The citation is of the base alone unless otherwise noted. Many of the listings include a discussion of pronunciation. In the absence of any comment to the contrary, it is to be understood that there is no inherent length in the affixes and that the base show no phonemic change from their citation forms. The citation form of a base is the form that it has in its independent occurrence or in a few cases in its occurrence in a related formation. Such general phenomena of Tagalog phonology as interchange of D and R, E and I, or O and U, of the loss of H and glottal stop before a consonant are not commented upon. So let's start with the first. First we have the B plus an, meaning a place associated with what the base designates. For example, aklatan, library, aklat, book, giikan, threshing place, giik, thresh, gulayan, vegetable garden, gulay, vegetables, halamanan, garden, halaman, plant, hiraman, place for borrowing, hiram, borrow, kumpisalan, confessional, kumpisal, confess, lansonesan, place for growing lansones, lansones, a species of fruit, taguan, hiding place, tago, hide, tarangkahan, gate, tarangka, lock. So as you can see, we have the base, which is this one, and the third column, aklat, giik, gulay, halaman, hiram, kumpisal, lansones, tago, tarangka. And in the other side, in the first column, we have the with an at the end, which is designate for the place. Pronunciation. Bases with long penultimate vowels. If the base has two syllables, vowel length is normally lost in the derived noun. If the base has the more syllable, vowel length is shifted to the first vowel of the base if it is syllable final. Otherwise, we have gulayan, gulay, taguan, tago, halamanan, halaman, lansonesan, lansones. Second one, for the pronunciation, we have the bases with short penultimate vowels, and the final vowel of the base is normally length in the derived noun if the first vowel is syllable final. It is also normally lengthened, otherwise it is not. Other syllable final vowel in bases of three or more syllables may optionally be lengthened. For example, hiraman, hiram, aklatan, aklat, kumpisalan, kumpisal, tarangkahan, tarangkahan. Some derived nouns are irregular with respect to lengthening. Giikan, giik. Certain derived nouns of this class are followed by the noun phrases that correspond to the noun phrase object. Complements taken by actor-focused verbs formed with the same base. For example, giikan ng palay, place for threashing rice. Maggiik ng palay, thresh rice. Hiraman ng pera, place for borrowing money. Humiram ng pera, borrow money. The second one, we have the base plus an, meaning a reciprocal or joint performance of the action designated by the relative verb an, or mag verb, which is formed by the with the same base. Example, citation in parentheses are the basic forms of the related verbs. Awayan, fighting, to one another. Umaway, fight. Bigayan, giving to one another. Magbigay, give. Bulabugan, scaring away to one another. Bumalabog, scare away. Kalabugan, falling together with a loud noise. Pumalabog, fall with a loud noise. Paliwanagan, explaining to one another. Magpaliwanag, explain. Parusahan, punishing one another. Magparusa, punish. Saksakan, stabbing one another. Sumaksak, stab. Sulatan, writing one another. Sumulat, write. Takbuhan, running together, tumakbo, run. In pronunciation, we also have two. For two-syllable bases, the vowel length patterns are the same as for the class 1, which is B plus and formations. For example, we have awayan, away, bigayan, bigay, kamayan, kamay, saksakan, saksak, sulatan, sulat, takbuhan, takbo. For bases of three or more syllables, the first vowel, if syllable final, and the final vowel of the base are normally long in derived nouns, regardless of the original vowel length pattern, and the length is optional in the other syllable final vowels. Bulabugan, bulabog. Paliwanagan, paliwanagan. Parusahan, parusa. Kalabugan, kalabog. Certain derived noun in the class may be followed by the phrase noun that corresponds to the noun phrase object complements taken by the related actor-focused verbs formed with the same base. Bigayan ng regalo, giving one another presents. Magbigay ng regalo, give a present. Sulatan ng liham, writing one another letters. Sumulat ng liham, write a letter. The third one, we have the base plus in, meaning an object of the action designated by the related verb form with the same base. For example, we have alagain, something to take care of. Mag-alaga, take care of. Aralin, something to study. Mag-aral, study. Awitin, song. Umawit, sing. Bilihin, something to buy. Bumili, buy. Burdahin, something to embroider. Magburda, embroider. Kumpunihin, something to repair. Magkumpuni, repair. Linisin, something to clean. Maglinis, clean. Lutuin, the cooking. Magluto, cook. Plansyahin, something to iron. Palansyahin, this is the same. And next, magplansya, iron. Bases with long penultimate vowels. If the base has two syllables, the derived noun shows one of two patterns: the length on both penultimate and final base vowels, and the length on either. For example, we have the awitin, awit, aralin, aral, linisin, linisin, linis, lutuin, lutuin, luto. Speakers may differ as to which of these two patterns they use for a given derived noun, and in some cases a single speaker may use the other two patterns as pre-alternates. For bases of three or more syllables, immediately as to the following. Bases with no long vowels. The normal vowel length patterns of the syllabic bases are the same as those for B plus N formation. For example, in 1 and 2 above, bases of 3 or more syllables have the same vowel length patterns as in the class 2, which is B plus N formation, whether or not the penultimate vowel of the citation form of the base is long. Alagain, alaga. Bilihin, bilhin. Burdahin, burda. Kumpunihin, kumpuni. Gawain, gawa. Plansyahin, plansya. There is at least one irregular formation, alalahanin, something to worry about. Mag-alala, mag-alala, worry. The next formation, we have the tuk plus B plus N, meaning an imitation of what the base designates. Bahay, bahayan. Dollhouse or house the game. Bahay, house. Bulaklak, bulaklakan. Artificial flower, bulaklak, flower. Kabayo, kabayuhan. Toy or imitation horse, kabayo, horse. Libro, libruhan. Imitation book, libro, book. Pronunciation. The last vowel of the base is always long. All other base vowels are short. These rules apply regardless of the presence or absence of inherent length in the citation form of the base. For example, bahay-bahayan, bulaklak-bulaklakan, kabayo-kabayuhan, libro-libruhan. Bahay, bulaklak, kabayo, libro. The next formation, we have the ka plus the base, meaning a person occasionally acting reciprocally associated with another. The basis of association varies with the meaning of the base and may be a place of residence, occupation, or origin, or it's either a quality or membership in a group or a spatial position, or it's either a participation in an activity. For example, we have here ka-kwarto, roommate, ka-opisina, office mate, ka-probinsya, person from the same province, kwarto, room, opisina, office, probinsya, province, katimbang, which is something of equal weight, and timbang, which is weight, katumbas, something of equal value, tumbas, value, kapartido, fellow party member, partido, party, karelihiyon, co-religious, relihiyon, religion, kaharap, something facing, harap, front, katabi, something up beside, which is tabi, side, kalaro, playmate, laro, play, kausap, fellow conversationalist, usap, conversation. There are few irregular formation, kabayan, compatriot, bayan, country, in which a duplicating syllable occurs between the prefix and the base. Kasambahay, housemate, bahay, house, in which sam, which is probably from isa, one plus the linker na, occurs between the prefix and the base. The next formation we have the ka plus base plus an, which is the class of the qualities or group of things people extended by the what is the base designates. For example, kabanalan, devoutness, banal, devout, kabukiran, fields, bukid, field, kakapalan, thickness, kapal, thickness, kabundukan, mountains, bundok, mountain, kainchikan, the Chinese, inchik, Chinese, kalungkutan, sadness, lungkot, sadness, kapangitan, ugliness, pangit, ugly, kapuluan, archipelago, pulo, island, karagatan, seas, dagat, sea, karalitaan, poverty, dalita, poverty, Katagalugan, the Tagalogs, Tagalog, Tagalog, Katamaran, laziness, tamad, lazy, katangian, uniqueness, tangi, unique, katapangan, bravery, tapang, bravery. In pronunciation, if the penultimate vowel of the citation form of the base is long, there is normally a shift of length to the last base vowel in the derived noun. For example, kabukiran, kapangitan, katagalugan, katapangan. There are some exceptions. For example, karagatan, katangian. If the penultimate vowel of the citation form of the base is short and the derived noun shows one of the other, which is the following pattern, which is the first, short penultimate and final base vowels, and second, a long final base vowel preceded by a long or short penultimate base vowel, according to whether the penultimate base vowel is or is not syllable final. There are many derived nouns that are pronounced according to the first of these patterns by some speakers, according to the second by others, and there are also many that show alternation between the two patterns in speech of a single speaker. It is probably the case, however, the first pattern is more common. Virtually any unaffixed adjective or mud adjective base may occur in this formation. In the case of ma-adjective bases, kapal, lungkot, tapang, there is usually little differences in meaning between the base itself and the derived noun. The occurrence or non-occurrence of bases of other types is not susceptible to generalization. There is, for example, kahapunan, Japanese, which is paralleling kainchikan, and there is at least one irregular formation, katotohanan, truth, totoo, or true. The next formation we have mag plus b, which is two relatives, one of whom bears to the one that relation designate by the base. Mag-asawa, husband and wife, asawa, spouse. Mag-ama, father and child, ama, father. Mag-ina, mother and child, ina, mother. Magkapatid, two siblings, kapatid, sibling. Magpinsan, two cousins, pinsan, cousin. Bases that occur in this formation designate relatives either of an older generation or on the same generation. Bases that designate relatives of a younger generation, anak, child, do not occur in the formation. The last formation that we are going to discuss with this video is the mag plus dop 1 plus the base, meaning there are more relatives, one of whom bears to the others, which is the relation designated by the base. For example, mag-aama, father and child, magkakapatid, three or more siblings, and in general, all formation that result from inserting dop 1 after the mag of derived nouns of the class 7. So that is the first 8 formation. So thank you for listening at Edupedia World.